Coach, early on in camp, new offensive coordinator. What changes have you seen from the offense from the spring to now? Are you starting to see Darren Hinshaw's vision as offensive coordinator?
Yeah, I mean, I think the players have all really bought into how we do things, what we're doing with the offense. The communication system, the way practices are structured, which really hasn't changed very much, but there's some nuances and stuff in there. But yeah, everything's coming together really well.
Coach Malzahn earlier in the week talked about so much depth on the offensive line. He said for you're seeing 8, 9 guys. Is this the most depth you've seen? Certainly during your time at UCF.
It's the most depth that I've had in my career. We have, we're out there, we're rolling 3 deep right now in every team period. So we're going 3 racks in every team period, and we've got guys that can play, and certainly in those first 2 groups, and we've got some, and even in that 3rd group, guys that are experienced, that have been around, and taking a lot of reps in practice. Now, we don't have as many game reps with all these guys playing together, and game reps are different than practice reps. But certainly, even the guys, the transfers that we brought in they're not rookies. They're new here, but they're all very experienced players. And you can tell when those guys are on the field, they just, that they've seen it and done it and are able to use those experiences to help them even now, even though it's a different offense, it's still, ball is ball, and we've got some guys that have played a lot of football. So
you get some guys back who had been injured. That's got to help with the depth as well.
Yeah, getting Adrian back and Patrick Barnett. Those 2 guys have been here. This is my 3rd year, so they were here when I got here as well. And so, and then Tylen, wasn't able to go through spring practice, but he's back. So, getting those guys in the mix has been awesome.
You would have thought going into the season you would have had a veteran center in Matt Lee. When you heard the news that he was leaving, what did you think? That's a guy you were hoping to count on.
Yeah, it's college football has changed in terms of the transfer portal and all that stuff. But what we did is we said as a staff, okay, what do we got to do moving forward? And we were able to go out and get 2 really good centers in Bula Schmidt and Drake Metcalf, and adding in with Caden Kittler, who was already here last year and basically repped with our 2s the entire season last year. And so those 3 guys right now are battling at that position. And
how would you describe that battle?
Oh, it's been great. It's been great. They're really, all 3 of those guys are playing really well. They all bring, different things to the table, but there's a consistency as well in the way that they approach practice every day. They're working hard. They're the communication with their teammates has been seamless. So I feel really good about that competition right now for that spot. So we'll see how it unfolds as camp goes on.
I asked John Rice about chemistry, developing that chemistry with the center. How have you seen that chemistry growing?
Yeah, the good thing is what's changed over the last several years, right, is that we're able as coaches to work with our guys during the summer for a couple hours a week. And so we were out here on the field with them and being able to, install some things offensively, continue developing the things that we'd already installed in the spring, and having the guys work together, and that helps with the chemistry. So that even though, Bula and Drake. Bula was here in the spring. Drake came in early June, and Kittler's been here. But those guys have all been working all summer long, with our quarterbacks, and so I think that they all have tremendous chemistry.
What's it going to mean to be in the Big 12? You've been, you understand it.
Yeah.
What's it going to mean for UCF as a program?
I know it's a huge transition, and it's a big deal.
UCF ready?
Yeah. Listen, this is a great program, and played in big games and been in big environments, and I don't think that there's anything that our guys are looking at, big-eyed. You know what I mean? I think that they're excited about the opportunity and looking forward to the challenge of it. But at the end of the day, football's football, and it's 11 on 11 out there on the field, and you go out there and play. And we got really good players. There's really good players in that league. I know I've been out of the league for a couple of years, but I know the league and the programs, and so I know there's really good players there, but we got really good players as well, so it'll be exciting.
Has the landscape changed that a team entering into a league like this, the jump that it means from the American to the Big 12, that it's wide open, though, that any of these teams that are coming in could contend? I mean, because you hear all the players saying it, they believe in it, that they could make that kind of leap in year one.
Well, there's, just with the ability that you have to bring in difference makers into your program and get them acclimated quickly, with the nature of college football right now. I think that that helps for certain. Certainly helps. And we've done a really good job to remain a net positive in that regard, with the whole transfer portal deal. I really believe we're a net positive on that. We've lost some good players, but we've got some really good players as well. And I think, when you look at the totality of it, that's what's going to allow us to continue to grow as a program and compete at that level.
A lot of work to do, but overall, going into this Big 12 season, you like what you have?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I really like our unit. I like our offense. I like our team. But right now I'm just focused on our unit, basically. And, from top to bottom, like I said, this is as deep a unit as I've ever been around. So it reminds me a lot of, like, I had some my last year at Vanderbilt, I had a really good offensive line unit that year. I think, I'm trying to remember, probably 5 or 6 of those guys played in the NFL, somewhere around there, or at least had an opportunity to. And I think that this unit, there wasn't like one guy on that unit that, was a first or second round draft pick, but we had some really good quality players, and we had a bunch of them. And that's kind of how I think this, our unit is right now. Now we'll see. We got, like I said, there's still a lot of work to be done, and, a lot can happen between now and when we open up the season. So we just got to stay the course and keep working and stay healthy and see how everything unfolds.